Hello everyone. So I would like to give a small introduction on MATLAB classification learner application. This is meant for UG students, PG students, and scholars, research scholars who want to work on machine learning algorithms. This is not meant for any commercial use or any commercial purpose. Yeah. Let me get into the demo directly. So this is a MATLAB or 2023B version. So there you can open apps. In the apps you can find classification learner, which I have opened already. So here I want to give a demo using the dataset which can be downloaded from the following website. So that is UCI machine learning repository. UCI machine learning repository. So this repository you can find so many data sets meant for classification as well as regression. So I have downloaded one such data set. So if you download the data set, then it will be like, so that is actually liver disorder data set. So in the disorder data set, you can have a notepad, that is poopa data notepad, which can be opened in the notepad. So open the file in the notepad. So this can be saved as CSV file. So go select save as and save that as poopa11.csv. So download the folder, and then you need to unzip the folder. Once you unzip, you can find poopa.data. This is what the data set. So this can be opened using notepad. Then there you can select the saving option using CSV using CSV extension. So that's what I have done. So if you open the file, then you can observe like this. So here these are all called predictors. This one is called response variable. So these are all called predictors, nothing but feature vectors with respect to the problem domain. This is actually response, or it can also be called as class or a label. So if you want to get to know about the predictors and labels, then you have to check these poopa.names. Even if you download other folders from the repository, you can observe similar structure. You can open the dataset in Notepad and save that as CSV. Then you can open this poopa.names once again using Notepad. There you can find what are all the predictors. So these are all predictors. Then this one is actually label column. So that is because in some data sets label column may be given in the at very first. So you can find label column at very first. In some data sets, it may be at the last. So if you check the dataset dot names file, there you can find details about the dataset, which will help you to define predictors and response variables when you use classification learner. So here, this is what classification learner. There you can find learn, test, and explain. Learn is meant for training. Test is for testing. Then explain to analyze the role of individual features on the output. So that is also important if you want to analyze the role of individual features. So let me go to learn. Now I want to start a new project, new session. So I'm going for new session. So my file is it is available in one folder, in my own folder. So I go for from file. So if the file is available in MATLAB workspace, then you can go with the from workspace. But I have saved the file in some other folder, so I am going for from file. So select it. So already I have experimented some other data set. So it is asking whether to save it or not. I don't want to save it. So I have given no. Now go to your folder. There you have your own CSV file. So you can open the CSV file like this. So this version I have saved already. So you can open your CSV file. So the CSV file now it is accessed by the classification learner. And now you can observe the file. So in this file, what I have done is after saving CSV file, I have copied and pasted the names, column names in the first row. So only you could observe it. Otherwise, it is without column name. Yet anything is okay here. So if you have column name, then with column names, file will be taken inside. But if you want to keep the data, these column names are not needed. So only it is skipped here. So first row is skipped. So selection history, you could observe that the same. A2 means this one. So it is starting from A2 and going till the end. So that is what you can observe. So the selection. So once the file is imported, then automatically this will be selected. Then accordingly we can we can have the cell numbers on the top selection history. If you do this again from file, select your CSV file. So it is getting imported. Once it is imported, you can check the file here A22G346. So that is what the actual data. Then here you could find that replace unimportable cells with not a number. If there is any blank cell, then it will be replaced by not a number. If you have not a number in particular row, then that particular row will be left. It will not be taken inside because blank cells cannot be run by machine learning algorithms. So in that case, uh, those blank cells will be replaced by not a number. Then that entire row will be left. Now the data which is imported inside is taken into the classification learner. So this is what new session. So as I told you here, the selector column is a response column. So that is what mentioned here. Dataset variables actually 345 cross 7. Response it is selector. It is selector. Otherwise, no, you have to if it is first column, if something else is the response, then you need to select here. Accordingly, you have to mention because here we are going to train. So whenever it is supervised learning, so in that case, predictors and response variables should be properly represented and it should be mentioned for training. So it is done here. I go for cross validation. You know what is cross validation? I have selected 5 cross validation. This is for training accuracy, to analyze the performance of training. Then for testing, what I do here is I set aside a test data set. From the data set, whatever we have imported, we can assign 10% of data or 20% of data for testing. In Python, it is done by train test split function. So here in this GUI, it can also be done. We can take 20% of data for testing. So I have selected 5 cross validation. Then I have taken 20% of data for testing. So then the response is also appropriately specified. Then I am starting my session now. So once once the data is taken inside, then you will come to your main page, classification learner page. There feature selection option is there. You can select the features which is very important. If you know that particular feature is very important or particular feature is not that much important, then it can be left out and remaining features can be selected. So that is possible by by mm, this feature selection option. So that is possible, because if you want to analyze with only 4 features, then you can go with only 4 features. So right side, you can observe, I can select only 4 features, then I can analyze the performance, so that I could observe the role of 4 features. If you want to analyze the role of 5 features, then you can go with 5 features and go for training and testing, check the accuracy and so on. So that sort of analysis is possible by this feature selection. So I want to go with 6 features here. Then if you have more number of columns, then dimensionality reduction is one option. So you can use PCA. You can use PCA so that number of features can be reduced. Then optimizer, we have different optimization algorithms. So any of the optimization algorithm can also be selected here. Selected and it can be applied. Those options are also available. Since this is very simple demo, I want to go with the simple machine learning algorithms. You can experiment all these optimization and PCA on your own. So here you have set of algorithms. If you select all machine learning algorithms which are available in this classification learner app will get selected, and you can execute that. If you want to go for only linear machine learning models, then you can select all linear models, then 3 models and so on. You go to this tab so that you can find all machine learning models which can be trained. Now, just I will select. So in each case, you have a optimizable case, optimizable naive Bayes, optimizable SVM. So here, this hyperparameters will get optimized accordingly. You will get your training as well as testing. So if you want to do that, you can select optimizable SVM and other optimizable machine learning algorithms. If you go for optimization, then it will run in epochs, iterations epochs. So it will take more time. So let me go with algorithms without optimization. So uh, all SVMs I have selected. By default, tree is selected. If you